finally Shiro Abreki Sarkodie rap no kweno Hennessy Cypher Lagos no Shiro any olele mo any three music pundits no breaking it down. Now me see how I Shiro and I will see the story no. Your bar never continue. Eddie mama.
People thought there were no quotables in his rap verse, but there were. Yeah. But people have just been.
That's what I said. His was a wholesome message. For
you understand? Some people say he came there to preach. He came to which is great.
Yeah.
So if you see it from that point of view, then you are going to take Sark out of the competition because he is definitely not there
to compete,
to come and show that. And I also feel like he's done that enough in his songs. You know, brag. Bragg was like a whole episode of who he is on the continent, blah blah blah.
And I think
blah,
he decided to put more energy in Bragg and relax.
You understand?
Sark has been here. Sark has been here before yesterday, right? And Ladipo still has a lot to prove.
That's also another angle.
So their energy, and this is not Sark's first cipher
at all.
So their energy and their goal and their purpose for doing this will definitely be different. It's a big deal for every rapper out there. But I bet you it's more of a big deal for Ladipo than it is for Sark.
Yes.
So you need to know, you need to put that in perspective.
Which is very, very important.
Charlie, Oko air Twitter, the above say air manifest air trendy, Sarkodie air trendy, and Hennessy Cypher and so air trendy. Now manifest I make you no two post to be a amount for air bashing ye power. If you say when we say air media for an air casafa air Sarkodie Hennessy no quiet and wintino. Or per se be a tap in and I say HP in, not amount for a casafano. It was a met like or a tapping merchant you bab. Now manifest who we know when you both free pan and amount for so. I'm my fan or Twitter and baby now manifest actually say any combo my name comes up in there's always a lyric in my catalog that already addresses the rubbish and disingenuous opinions running around freely. Have a nice day. Now we are manifest actually I am for abashing ye pa now copy success actually say no one cares about you you and your 11 fans always making noise when it's about Sark. The day he retires, you will be useless because you have nothing to offer. Why is a parasite? Why is a parasite? You need Sark to survive. Then magnitude, Ebeka say, because raps better than you. Labi success, Eka say, Sarkodie retire, you go worry you are. Then Jataba Ebeka say, when a trigger, Jataba Ebeka say, the sad thing is that nobody gets to hear those lyrics. Being an underground rapper go hard pa. Then one fan be ebe make post to be the manifest trying and one fan ebe retweet and I say be cool too. Eka say funny how your name never comes up in any conversation until Sark drops a rap song. Always sit on the fence and wait for Sark to drop a rap song. Then you become active on your keyboard. So if Sark goes Afrobeat for 2 years, then you irrelevant. Bro, you so dependent. Then Adenta Cyborg Ebeka say you should first address your fans like the big head Koyishode. He always want to drag you in any Sarkodie shine by force. Your cipher was 2 years ago, but he dragged you in just to give you attention. You must be grateful to Sarkodie the king. Then we Ebeka say you know you aren't better than Sarkodie as your shallow fans are making it seem. If you were indeed better than him, like you should be a 2-time BET winner, just he is. Sarkodie was born to do this shit and God got his back. He's going to reign till he dies. Then one fan be a post to a medical post be our year in 2019. Now medical HMA or say the only time your music get attention is when you diss Obede. So if Obede stop they do music, you die with that. See and at party money a kind. Then a guy we ever say, bro, relax. You did the cipher to 2022. Radio not talk about They now talking about it because Sarkodie was on this year at least. Be thankful for comparison because that is the only way your verse getting attention. Into AC and amount for a cake. Now comment no ba na eba as usual. baa eba na ɛyɛ three music for discuss Cipher na obedi ekoye na Shiro ne Olele ne other three music crew no ka say the Sarkodie ekoye no like far better than the manifest ekoye no say Sarkodie the message bi na ekoye na o preach atre upcoming for no say record level no dey omeboa by you do's and don'ts bi ho a o commit pe o carry an ebe phone forever o check Richard right now on in cabin or blacklist no o check make mirror day in day out to be an or came day in day out to be okay came my blacklist no it is Sarkodie preach say day in day out to be an option contractor make sure say we redeem and my amount I say my upfront amount no ma excitement be amount ko sign fucking deal bia enye na me see how o discuss say Sarkodie rap on how a message now obedi e coin no ye ba na be continue.
Two people who didn't bother to incorporate the local language are hip-hop purists.
That's I was going to say.
And then there's those who are indigenous hip-hop artists who appreciate the global space of hip-hop. So I'd refer to Sarkodie as an indigenous rap artist, as in like from his commencement, from his genesis. He started with the Akan language, the cadence, the proverbs, the jokes and the metaphors in the local language. And that's what basically built the foundation for his reputation and brand. His ability to adapt and be dynamic and do other languages, it's a plus one. But Sark started from Kasahari, which is an indigenous, enabling platform. So that is that kind of rapper. Then you have the likes of Ladipo, who is rap, right? Saying what Olele is saying, fair enough. But expecting Sark to be as fluent in or as comfortable in the English space as he is in his purest state is like taking any of our successful tree rappers here, taking any of our successful English rappers anywhere in the world and expecting them also to be as fluent in their native language. The reverse, I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
if Ladipo were to do, I don't know whether it's Yoruba or Igbo or pardon me,
any Nigerian language,
Nigerian language, I doubt we'll get the cadence and the ease. We wouldn't. The same thing. So
I think it also corroborates what you're saying, that for followers of Ladipo, they've known him to be that guy, that hip hop guy, who raps in that chosen language, right? So maybe it's just like you say, is how I got introduced to Sark, right? Because I feel like when he's rapping in Tree, and he's even said it when he went to do that freestyle at the BET, that sometimes he wants to rap in English, but he feels like when he raps in Tree, that's when he brings out the beast in him. You get me? So even with this, I'm talking about the conversation around Sark's thing. People thought there were no quotables in his rap verse, but there were. Yeah. But people have just been.
That's what I said. The his was a wholesome message. For
you understand? Some people say he came there to preach. He came to, which is great.
Yeah.
So if you see it from that point of view, then you are going to take Sark out of the competition because he is definitely not there
to compete,
to come and show that. And I also feel like he's done that enough in his songs. Bragg. Bragg was like a whole episode of who he is on the continent, blah blah blah.
And I think
blah,
he decided to put more energy in Bragg and relax this.
You understand?
Sark has been here. Sark has been here before yesterday, right? And Ladipo still has a lot to prove.
That's also another angle.
So their energy, and this is not Sark's first cipher
at all.
So their energy and their goal and their purpose for doing this will definitely be different. It's a big deal for every rapper out there. But I bet you it's more of a big deal for Ladipo than it is for Sark.
Yes.
So you need to know, you need to put that in perspective.
Well, I'm told
very
it's not
important.
Ladipo's first cipher too, so...
Yeah,
No,
but
it's not.
Ladipo is not on Sark's...
Okay.
I like that we watched Sark and Ladipo. Sark was storytelling, referencing to things that have happened in his career, managed to do that with lyricism, a lot of cadence, and beautiful delivery. Sark was talking about African rap was buzzing, but they didn't open the gateway till we started signing international record deals. And now a lot of his brothers are stuck in cages. But when it's time to check on your streaming royalty, peekaboo. So he's given the story of the narrative of challenges that people have faced, but are not bold enough to talk about. And when you are on that king status,
You for advice.
That's what you do. It's like Jay-Z coming at the industry because now you can't touch me.
Yeah.
My trap will be careful sign. So I can tell you what I see is wrong
That's why
to
he will
your
share
face.
the Joy News report.
You get what I'm saying?
You don't
The message they enter.
Exactly.
They go.
So he also said that, like, I want a verse from my bro, but now I have to deal with some other guys about it. And so he's talking about things that people are in labels and afraid to talk about.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. Now, Laddie Poe has Laddie Poe has a statement to make, and his wordplay, his lyricism. He said the next cipher should be done in the church because the verses will be arriving in the hearse, dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Right? He came out swinging from the box. I'm focused on punctuations. I'm all about my commas, period. You know, he's doing gymnastics. He's trying to prove that wordplay.
He's the last of a dying breed. I think that's what people
exactly. So it's generational.
Yeah,
it's generational. At that level, that age, that space, Laddie Poe is it.
Yeah.
I mean, forget about this cipher.
Yeah.
At that level, Laddie Poe is it.
Yeah.
He now has the journey.
Generation.
Yes, he now has the journey ahead of him.
Yeah.
But Sark has now seen so much that it's not about reintroducing himself as a fast rapper, a hard rapper, a punchline rapper, or no. He's now telling you that this is what the landscape is. We are the landlords here.
Yeah.
And this is what I know, say my brothers, they go through. But guess what? They can't even talk about it. But that's why I am king.
Yeah, I'm
going to talk about it. So for me, those two. And then, of course, then your man came at the ending and put the cherry on the nice velvet cake. Let's go to Calligraph. You see, he came on and the first words out of his mouth was OG, know my status. So penny. So he can talk whatever age he wants. OG, that's
I think right from the beginning when they called Calligraph, he said, no, me, I'm going there to rap and tell people my mind.
He also went at Afrobeats. You know the way he talked about the fact that
he went about Afrobeats very well.
Yeah,
very happy about that part.
Went at the fact that this is
labels.
what
the labels.
Calligraph chose to go at Afrobeats because
what did he exactly say?
He said repetitive nonsense, careers that last as long as TikTok challenges. But these are all things we've even discussed here. Just that we didn't do it.
Covers as well.
We
did it nicely because of course we're a show and we're being political. But that's the advantage of hip hop.
You see. Sometimes people think we gloat about Sark, but Sark has a way of also weaving some of these conversations in this rap. You know, Sark also had a little shot at Afrobeats when he said African music couldn't go global until we started signing these things.
Yeah.
And what was the music that went global?
Afrobeats.
You understand?
So Calligraph comes there, he puts the chair on the top and says, listen.
Say it.
So basically, rappers were rapping.
You guys
and we never went global until we started signing these Afrobeats contracts for you because our songs are on TikTok. Now the door has opened. So Sark did it in a politically correct way, but Calligraph came with the thing they used to sharpen the knife.
Someone needs to tell me if Calligraph has an Afrobeat record. I want to be sure if Calligraph has an Afrobeat record.
It doesn't matter. I can do. Why Jay-Z doesn't have club songs? Eminem doesn't have club songs.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that because one would argue that Sark obviously had to be politically correct
because he has a ton of his hits being
Afrobeat centered,
featuring Afrobeat artists as well,
right? But
so for him, it's a lifeline.
You understand?
So no, for Sark, if you were to, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. If you put Sark's catalog there, his hits majority, apart from the controversial ones like Bragg and did he have a State of a Nation? There's been some ones that
he's had a few.
He's had a few ones,
hip hop records,
but those never last. Those never last like the Afrobeats features. And the club bangers, and the countrysides, and the Labadis, and the Adonais, you understand? I mean, Bragg is not going to last like Adonai. We are still jamming to Adonai. So let's call it spade a spade. So that's like more of a lifeline for him. So even though he knows we need to be careful with Afrobeats, yes, don't spill your food because you want to impress people. You've gone to buffet, small dancing, they are dancing. You want to come and do move, and now your jollof is on the floor. Sarkodie no food. You know 1 point jollof. And yeah, Hennessy for Intina, ordinary jollof.
Don't sure into same and I'm discussing Sarkodie version. But I'm who again said the Sarkodie coin and I say message now about the other coin. Say and one and I say and one my say manifest rap on a quiet 2022 no. And only a better than Sarkodie DNA my own commenting ban. Now you discuss it. Say obedi partner a guy and I shall be the partner ne ehun hia she obedi ebe educate amount for about record label nanka e wo say Sarkodie ekọ che omo say yeah ono no ken no ba amount for say e ka say Sarkodie we nyina atwam amanfo nim South Africa de oba Africa no or king nti enhu hia say obe prove ne ho biem if say Jay-Z ene make me okojina ring ma Jay-Z ene wo kwan say beka so na ye best na ye we why de why ne nyina atwam make me o ena afa na oba pesa amanfo ehu no ibab sa ana Sarkodie den eye no sa na Sarkodie call eye Hennessy Cypher ekoye oko preachi e kire afoforo say we na we ya enye nti ma ye hu wadwen kire all comment ba na se don't forget say we video we are obe like and turn on notification bell no e dey am your friend Commonaholic I'm out. Peace.